Hi everyone, I'm so happy to be here today. We will continue on what we started the last video, which was the entomology journal. I've already made pieces in the last video, so if you want to see that, I will link the video. And as I've mentioned quite a few times, I usually start by making a few pieces, or at least get inspired while I'm like fussy cutting items, and then I decide on the journal. So today I've decided on the journal. I will at least make the body of it. I don't know how far we will go in the process, but I will film, whatever part we do following this today. So if I'm not finished today, well, clearly I'm not going to finish the journal today, but what I mean is I will film again, and maybe next week you'll see the rest of it. So this was a full sheet of Tim Holtz. I just cut it. See, right here, that is the full 12 by 12. So I cut it 4, 4, 4, but I'm not going to use this part. This I will just keep as my beautiful scraps papers. And today we're kind of making, it's not quite accordion, because accordion, to my understanding, is when the binding is accordion, which I have done as well. And this is, I don't know if it's called an eternal journal, where you flip it and then you flip it backwards and it still goes on. So I'm not sure of all the terms all the time, but this is what it's going to be. So we will rip the top just because I think it will look beautiful, and that's what I'm going for. So I know some of you might be going, oh no, what's she doing? Well, it's just part of the whole creative process here. Okay, this I can make little snippets and little, not snippets, but I don't know the word. I'm not going to stop because of words today. It gets very challenging. Okay, so let's say, oh, I don't want to cut the bee. I think it's pretty. I like it. I might have to cut it. I don't have a choice. Okay. So what did I say here? Right about here. Okay. You'll see why I'm like trying to make sure it's somewhat even, or there we go. Okay. So now we will fold our journal, if you will. So these will obviously be attached together like so, and then you also have to determine the front, and we will end or commence or end the front. It's really difficult to explain with a tag. I think it's a beautiful, I've done this before and I think this would look great. I have different types of tag. This is just to show you. So I have these ones I'm thinking of using. I embossed them. I think it looks really nice, but we'll see when we go and as we create things. Right now nothing is really done. We're just, this is the one I done last week. That's also very nice. We'll see where all this goes. Okay, so it's been a while since I've done this. I'm hoping I'm not going to make any mistakes, simply because I only have this strip of paper. I can't just redo it if I do make a mistake. So I will determine the width of the journal with pretty much the first fold and the tag. So let's say I use a tag. They're pretty much all the same size. So let's say something like this. So I could fold. I'm a little nervous because if I make a mistake and I have to refold, the folds are gonna show in the paper. Then again, we do decorate pretty heavily, so we might be okay. So let's say that's the first fold. So of course my tag would be here. So if I want to leave the same amount of paper on each side, then the next fold will have to be somewhat like this, you know what I mean, so that your tag is in the middle. So maybe I actually folded too much here already, see? Let me see. I apologize if this is unclear, but you know what? It is unclear. It is absolutely unclear. So let's say like that. And then that means the other fold would be right about here. So this will actually determine the width of your journal. So it could be a lot thinner if you don't want to have too much space. If you only want the tag to show, let's say, for your front and the back, right? I want some paper on each side. That's the choice I'm making right now. So I will make my next fold, let's say, right here, because I know it's going to be a tag in the front. I've decided this before I started, right? So whether it's this one, the other one, or this one, you know, that's what I want for my front. So now that these folds have been made, we're going to keep going. So this has to be folded right here. And this is where I will attach my other piece of paper. So this is the paper right now. So this is the other part that will come right here. So I will glue this right now before I keep folding. So I will put double-sided tape right here. You could put glue, of course. And don't worry about the seam, like the different, you know, papers. We will decorate all of this. So in the end, there's not really anything showing. And this I can fix. I find it's a little too squarish. Just a tiny bit of rip and it won't even show. There. Let me just rip this a tiny bit more. There. And I will add some glue here because I can see it's going to lift. Maybe I'll just add some glue like this. Oh my goodness, it's stuck. It's real good glue. Okay, so I folded this. I've determined that that's what I want, no matter what tag I use. I've left myself some space. And now I have put this paper, so we will keep folding and hopefully this finishes somewhere in the middle. But it is paper, and that's the beauty, and that's something to remember. So I know some of you like to have measures and how much did you fold and how many inches. I don't do measuring, and the reason is because first, we don't have all the same papers, and it's paper. So if I don't have enough, I'll glue another piece to the end, or I'll cut it shorter. It's never too important because it's paper. That's the beauty of us all crafters working with paper. It's, you can really make, you know, mistakes or not be precise, and because it's junk journal above all. Now I know that in scrapbooking, and maybe that's where the questions are coming from, there's very precise measuring, and you know, for the frames to fit in and this and that, and that's beautiful. And I really admire that. I don't have that type of patience. But in junk journaling, it allows, I find, for a lot more freedom and mistakes, if there can even be called mistakes. Because they're junk journals. So if they look a little junky, that's just fine, right? So, okay, I'm trying to see. Okay, hold on. So I said, I think this is fine. So I said this would be my front, or whatever tag I use. And this means that it would be my back. So actually I could cut this off a tiny bit, which I will. Doesn't matter because we will decorate, nothing shows. Just like that. So that would be, you know, the back tag. Okay? So what I meant earlier when I said this is like an infinite, I think, I hope it's the right expression. You know, the French girl here sometimes is not sure of how to express things. So I'm just going to put this here just to pretend that it's glued on. Just so you could see what I mean, okay? Because I don't want to glue anything. We're not certain where we're going with this just yet. So, hold on. So let's pretend it's already glued on. Okay, and let's pretend we have, I can't find my, oh, there they are. Let's pretend this is glued on. I like the beige. I don't know why. I thought it would be too plain. Now, of course, it won't stay this way, but I don't know. I kind of like it. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. So, what I meant by infinite, and I'm going to try and find maybe the right expression, especially for the thumbnail, if I want you to click on it. But if you're here, you already did. So, what I mean is that you open it, you flip, and that's the back. But then you open it, you flip, you flip. That's what I meant. So I know the first time I made this, one of these, I called it an accordion journal because it's a little bit like an accordion, but I think the appropriate term would be infinite journal. In any case, there's a lot of possibilities with these, and I'm hoping I'll be able to demonstrate what can be done. So I will take these off, and we will continue creating this journal. So I really do love this part of the paper because it fits exactly with the entomology theme. So I don't plan on decorating these pages. I really want to showcase them. However, this side is pretty much just the background. And I did some stamping the other day on a piece of coffee stained paper, and I think it would fit nicely. I think this would look great as a backing of this because there's all kinds of, you know, insects, and or I could do another one, you know what I mean? Like I could cover this with coffee stain paper and then print things, but I don't think that I want to cover the whole thing. It is nice paper, but maybe just a bit. I don't know, like this here right there, that's, I like that. How about I try, I like this part too. I think right here, maybe I should glue this and then rip it according to there. How about we do that? I'll worry about the rest later, and it doesn't have to match the folds. It doesn't have to, you know what I mean? So I think I will use the stick glue for this and put it, gonna move this. Okay, I'm going to apply it here because I know it starts at this fold when I just put the paper on. And I think it went to just about here. I know it didn't went to the other fold. Okay, let's see. That's nice. I like that. Of course, I will apply glue afterwards, you know, to make sure that the edges are glued because you don't want those moving around. That's not bad. So I can see here, I didn't put, hold on. It bothers me because it's not super straight either. And here I'm telling you that paper, you know, you don't have to be precise. The struggle is real. I'm just going to put some glue here because this is the edge and this is a glue stick. I think it glues well on large surfaces, but just for the little edges like here, You know, like I don't want this to lift over time. Oh, I like it. Okay. So now I will flip this over because I want to see the tear line. And I'm going to make sure that it's glued well. And the tear line, because this is heavy cardstock from Tim Holtz, will serve, I'm hoping, as a guide to tear the coffee stain paper, which is just like very thin photocopy paper. So I'm going to tear, and hopefully this will be my tear ruler, if you will. Hopefully, otherwise I'll be, but I will put my finger there because I don't want to over tear this beautiful Tim Holtz paper. So far so good. I could also, just a trick, and I can show you, of course there's no water in this. Hold on, I know I have some with water. Why is it everyone I grab? I have 3 of those, and there's water in this one. Okay, you could also wet it if you're unsure, so this will tear easily, but I don't want to wet it right now because I want to use it right now. But if I was just going to chuck it on the side for now, I could actually just spray some water right here on the edge and it would tear like super easily. Okay, but for now I'm thinking my finger like that is just enough to tear along the line, and so far so good. So I'm just going to keep going. This actually went pretty well. Better than I expected. Oh, yes. Oh, I love it. Oh, who knew? And it's just me that did this paper. I just did this paper with stamps and coffee stain paper. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know if I have enough. Now I'm thinking I want to cover it all. Can you imagine? Huh? Well, what do you know? Oh, you know what? I'm just thinking this is covered partly with a tag, so I could stop. Yeah, I might have enough because this is just 8.5 by 11. Oh my gosh, I think I will. It wasn't planned, but I think this is something that must be done, and I will try and not waste too much. I will have to glue maybe up to there because this will be covered. Oh, you can't see that, sorry. Let me move, that's long. I will cut it here and use this part for the other side and whatever scraps I have from the bottom. Oh, I'm so excited. I did not plan on this. Well, I'm very happy now. I did not plan on this at all. Oh, and this is my paper. I made this, look. Oh, I hope you like it too. I hope you see why I'm excited. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. You recognize my excited voice? Let me move here because it's a long 12 by, well, 12 length. Now it's even more than 12 because we glued 2 together. Okay. Oh, this is lovely. I'm going to put glue up to there, right here. Okay, so this time I'm not aligning it with this, I'm aligning it with the top here. And I said right up to here. Just like that. And then I'll rip the excess on both the top and bottom. Well, you know, that's why I say when you craft, I mean, that's sometimes where the inspiration comes. It's not always easy to get ourselves down, or for me it's down on my in my studio, but you know, at your crafting table and start crafting. But nice surprises happen because this was not planned. I knew I wanted to do this type of journal with you. The infinite, I think. I know it's not the word either. I know the infinite thing is another piece of paper folded multiple times and you open in every way, like an infinite greeting card or something. I'm not good with the terms, and I accept myself like that. I'm okay with me this way because I can't help it. You know, I've only been in this crafting world for what, 3 years almost. There's terms I will never understand or learn or remember. So I think I'm going to start this way. This is turning out to be already really, I don't know, fun. I hope you're enjoying this, and I hope I'm, you know, inspiring you or showing you something, or you're thinking, huh, I can certainly do that. I'm just gonna rip the excess I see here from earlier. There. Okay. Let me see the other side. Oh, bang, look. And this is fun because it's in the fold, so I'll be inking this and it won't show. Oh my goodness. Who could, I never would have imagined that that's what I was going for at all. But I think it fits the whole theme. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, where's the right here. So I will use this piece and maybe this. Oh yeah. Or maybe just a maybe this, like that, or this. Yeah, right here, and then I'll add this on top. Why not? Okay. So if you hear screams, but good screams, like it's my son playing video games upstairs. It's so cute. They a lot of times they'll play online, and they'll be on a conference call. So there's like numerous, you know, many of them playing at the same time online. It's his friends from school. I like that. It's nice. Yeah, this piece right here will be perfect. Yeah. And actually, I'm just going to cut this straight because that's the part that will be glued behind the tag. So I tore it, remember, earlier? There. I will glue this right there, just like that. Up. There. There we go. And then I will tear the excess of both papers, but I will make sure that this is glued properly first. Whoops. Okay, let's flip this over so we cut it. Yeah, I think holding the paper down is a good idea, just not to tear into it. Actually, this is straight, so I don't know why I'm doing this. I could just cut it. There we go. And this part I will rip. But just holding it, just to make sure the paper doesn't, you know, rip the base, if you will, of your journal. And there we go. We are done with the base of our journal. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love it. I will just now proceed to refolding everything. So I can feel the fold in the paper here. So I just have to refold, and I will also, you know, press down on the folds a tiny bit more, because we did add paper. Like so. And like so. Oh my goodness. I absolutely love it. And then I'll be able to create a, oh, look, look, it's beautiful. Oh, it's going to be so nice, but I just don't know what the front will be. I also made these. Look, it's like those little mason jar, and I could put a bug in there. But that might be inserted inside the journal somewhere. But I mean, look, I have all kinds of, oh, it's going to be awesome. Or maybe it could even be something like that at the front. There's, I mean, you can do whatever, really, you know, but that would be how you do this type of journal. And in the end, when it's done, you can even, you know, it'll stay this way, but it's on both sides. So there's going to be a lot of decorating in this journal. And yeah, I think this will look lovely. Now I'm going to be very indecisive as to how to start this, because I love this thing right there. I had the idea that I wanted to start with a big tag as well, so I'm actually kind of torn, because I think it all looks, it has the potential to look really beautiful no matter what I do. So I think I have to think about it. And so while I think about it, I did pause the video for a second before I let you go, because I think I wanted to keep going, but I think I will leave this first part. But before I go, so what I'm doing now is, of course, I'm going to ink the edges of everything, and probably the folds like this. Although, you know, with decorating and everything, it won't really show for the folds, but actually it does. Look, I kind of like it. What I meant is I will ink this, and I will probably continue filming, so there'll be a part 2 and 3 probably, and this will become a journal making mini series. And what I'm gonna do in the second video, and maybe even like post them close to one another so that you don't have to wait a whole week to see it, is, see, these are my digital papers I presented to you the last video. It's the grungy Entomology digital paper set, and because it's JPEG, when I send it to you, or when you purchase them and you download them, they're JPEG, so you can put them in a Google Doc, if you will, and reduce the size, because this technically is horizontal and it's a, you know, it's a full page, whereas I reduced it, so now I can just cut this part, because I'm thinking this would look really good whether it's on the tag, or I also have these. These don't come in the kit. These are a die cut that I have. I'm thinking, by the way, just little parentheses, and you can tell me in the comments if that's something you'd like. I'm thinking of making kits to sell on Etsy with, I will show you because I have them, these beautiful oval frames, and I love how they have this stitching. And then of course I would sell you the inside of them, so that these would be included in the pack, because you can make beautiful little things with these. And then these are really fun, and make a pack with these and maybe a few photo frames, and make a little, you know, packs of die cuts. I've purchased die cuts before because I didn't have a die cutting machine, and they're easy to send through the mail. It shouldn't cost me anything, so, you know, shipping would be free, and for just a few, you know, dollars, you'd get a nice pack of, you know, numerous of each. Anyway, I'm thinking of something like that. So if that's something you think might be interesting for you, just leave me a comment. So before I go, anyways, what I meant to say is this is in the kit though, so you have this one that you can use. But I'm thinking for the top, the front of this journal, because I'm so indecisive, I will stop the video here, and I think the second part will be me making different types of, not necessarily toppers, because again, this could be the front, and the other thing I showed you could be the front. So what I mean is I'm going to keep making elements, and once the elements are done, when it's time to build the journal per se, then I'll decide what the front will be. So the next video will probably be me making more elements. And as we go is when I'm going to see what I want to choose for the front. But it's going to be a fun video because we're going to be creating elements for our journal. So I will leave you on this today. Please like this video if you can, like put the thumbs up. It really helps my channel. It's very difficult to get seen in this big world of crafting. There are players way bigger than me that have been here for years. So and some Facebook group don't accept that we link our videos. So in the end, I'm all alone in this big sea of crafters that have like hundreds of thousands of followers and the YouTube button everywhere, everything. And, they live from this. I'm just trying to carve my own little space. So if you could please give me a thumbs up, that would really help me. But also, I will leave you on this, and like I said, try and remember to leave in the comments, or maybe I'll just ask it in my community tab. I'll ask the question if that's something you'd be interested in, to have these little packs for sale. I mean, they do take time to pass through the machine and make the bundles with, but when I have not much to do, I can always do that. It's easy, it's relaxing. I just have to sit down and cut paper with the die cutting machine, and then I'll make beautiful little packs, wrap them all nice and cute, and then send them to whoever purchases them. So I will leave you on this. I will keep doing this, and I'm probably going to jump right in with the second video, because I'm feeling very inspired to create pieces, and especially since I want to see what I'm going to put in the front, and I've got all kinds of ideas. So I'll leave you on this. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, or at least that you got inspired. I give you a great big hug from here in Nova Scotia, Canada. And as always, I hope you're all happy, healthy, and safe. See you soon. Bye. Bye-bye.